I love Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, but it is definitely missing some stuff. Here are 14 things that I believe would improve Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Now before I get started, I just want to say that this video is just for fun. I know that Enway is a very small company and there's probably like maybe 10-20 people working there, so I don't expect any of this stuff to be added. But you know, I'm just throwing ideas out there. Also, I'm not going to request any characters or stages. I'm talking mostly quality of life stuff that could definitely help this game. Number 14. Have perfect pop up whenever you get a perfect. This one is straightforward. Basically, if you win a match without losing any health, then the word perfect will show up in big letters. Number 13. Training mode and online lobbies. So lobbies can have up to 8 people. However, it could be a long wait if you're all in the same battle station. So, you know, instead of having to just sit there and wait for everyone else to keep on playing, you can go ahead and access training mode, and then you can practice your combos and have your hands all warmed up. So when it's your turn, you can definitely be ready and not feel like you're just waiting there all the time. Number 12, survival mode. It can be a pretty fun offline mode, and hey, maybe like when you get your final score, you can go ahead and have a leaderboard, maybe an all-time and a weekly thing. Just another thing for people to do. Number 11, character tutorials. There's like 26 or 27 characters in this game, and they're all very unique, and I think having some tutorials for how to use each character can really help, because there are some stuff in the command list that isn't explained that these characters can do. So I feel like having character tutorials can help someone really get into learning someone that they want to learn. Number 10, rematch option in casual match. So when you go online and you go into casual match, you find somebody, you beat them, and then you have to search again. However, I think it is important to have a rematch option because first of all, it's casual match, so these matches don't exactly matter. Like, there's no points at stake here. So there's that, and also, if you have rematches for somebody, first of all, you're not having to look for someone all over again. And then second, you can like learn how to fight something by rematching someone over and over. And I think that's really helpful in order to learn a fighting game well. So they should definitely add that. Number 9, additional costumes. So some characters in this game have only 2 costumes, and I feel like there should be a lot more options. At the very least, 6 costumes, because it's a 3 versus 3 fighting game. So having 6 costumes to choose from would be very cool. And if you actually take a look at some of the concept art for this game, they were actually having more colors for some of these characters, and I feel like they should definitely look into that so that we can get more stuff in the game. Like, I know that it'll be kind of weird because some of these characters, like, they have the color in their name, like Cenozoic Blue for example, but their designs are unique enough to where like you can change them into a different color and no one is going to think that they're another ranger. So I think it's fine. Number 8, selecting the same character. Now this is like basically a part 2 to my 6 costumes idea, but if there's 6 costumes, that means that both characters can choose the same character 3 times. I just think it's a fun thing that you should be able to do in versus mode. Obviously this stuff isn't going to work online, but just for players to clown around and have fun, I think it's fine if you're able to do this offline. Number 7, choose between 1 to 3 characters. Now this is an option that Skullgirls has. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with that fighting game, but you're able to choose either 1, 2, or 3 characters. And since you're able to actually like play as only one character in the story mode, then I think it should be an option available for us in versus mode. Number 6, frame data. Frame data is very important to fighting games, especially these days where frame data is readily available in other fighting games. I feel like in training mode you should have an option to list the frame data for a character. So, we can find out stuff like what's punishable, or just to see what's unsafe or what's not unsafe. It'd be very helpful for the competitive players because, having to go online and try to look for frame data is just a pain. But having it there in the game would be helpful. It would be incredibly convenient for everybody. Number 5, character-specific training mode settings. Adam and Eric both have install supers, and the way it's set up is that you can't exactly have like a permanent mode for Eric or Adam once they do the install super. Basically, if you're practicing a combo and you drop it, you have to reset the training mode again and then activate Eric or Adam super, and it just becomes a pain. So I think like having a setting to having unlimited time for the Eric or Adam install super will be very helpful, and it'll just be a quality of life change. Number 4, replay mode. Replay mode is such a staple in many fighting games that I'm surprised it's not here in Battle for the Grid. They're very helpful for taking a look at them and seeing what you did wrong in case you lost a match, or you can just check them out and relive your greatest moments that you had in this game. And it would be really cool if you had like an input display too, so that you can see what the other person is pressing. I think it'll just be a very cool feature to have. Number 3, combo trials. Battle for the Grid is a combo heavy game. Usually in fighting games, combo trials lets the person know what links into what. So, you can start out with something simple like an ABC combo, but then as the combo trials go further, you can have more elaborate combos, and then it could teach a player like, oh wow, this links into this. It'll just be another tool for learning a character. Number 2, online searching in training mode. So there should be a feature in training mode where you can like have a setting to search online for a match, but instead of having to wait, just sitting there watching a yellow squirrel go in circles, you can just go ahead and be in training mode and work on your stuff while the servers pick up an opponent for you. It would simply just be better use of the player's time. Number 1, online training mode. I feel like online training mode is something that is definitely overlooked these days. And it's very helpful if you have a friend who is very new at the game, but if you just tell them what they need to do, they might not quite grasp it. So an online training mode will help where you can actually showcase your inexperienced buddy how some of the stuff in this game works. It'll just make the general skill of the entire community much more higher. Alright, that's 14 things that I wanted in Battle for the Grid. If you have any suggestions that you felt like I have missed in this video, please be sure to leave a comment below and we can discuss it. Until next time, later.